good, chef?
Oh, she's hot, mate. She's hot.
Chef Ben John.
G'day. How we going?
Cue the crowd, applause, yay! One of the head chefs from Omnia Bistro in South Yarra. Today we're gonna get right into it, chef. Let's get started.
I'm going to be doing one of my favorite ISO dishes today. I've got here the classic hibachi, one of your Japanese barbecues, just used to do like yakitori and stuff. We're chucking a grill on top of it. We're going to be grilling some fish wings, man. So these are the ones here in front of you. We've got a little bit of barramundi, a little bit of kingfish. We're going to be using all of the beautiful sauces in the front. As that's cooking, I'll get you to whip up a little salad of bean sprouts, a bit of rice wine vinegar, some sesame, a little bit of soy. Keep it fresh, keep it naughty. We'll take the bean sprouts. We're just going to take half a shallot, dice it up a little bit of garlic, one of the essentials in Korean food. I mince that up, mince up the shallot, pick up a little bit of coriander, a rough chop, mix it with the sprouts, and then we'll make a little dressing. And I'm just going to prepare a sauce for the wings.
Beauty.
Mine's Society Studios. 3, 2, 1.
Hey chef, for all the people that aren't familiar with your work, where are you from originally and how'd you get to Melbourne?
I'm from New Zealand, a beautiful place called Auckland. Came over here actually in 2014 for Soundwave.
Never went back.
Yeah, well that was it, man. I was just supposed to coming over here, listening to a bit of music, getting things going, and then, you know, Melbourne just won my heart. I went and ate at a restaurant called Monde. Absolutely blew my mind. And basically I just asked the chef, I was like, look, like I don't live here, but if you offer me a job, I'll move over. And 2 weeks later, that was it. See you later. Packed up the bags and I was over in Melbourne. Fast forward, 6 years, and here we are. I'm at Omnia now. Got a really cool crew there. The executive chef, Stephen Nairn, I work with back in Monde, along with the other part of the crew. So we've all been working together for like a long time, a few years. We're good mates, and it's a great establishment.
It's a big operation though, right? Like we were having a chat a little bit earlier about the plans that they have. So it's not only going to be a bistro, it's going to be multiple different venues in one venue?
Multiple different venues. A lot of that's under the blankets. A few things coming up. Stays, you know, hush hush for now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fine, man. No, we've got a few things on the go. We just don't tell them all the secrets. We just tell them something's coming.
And how did you get involved with Omnia?
I worked with the executive chef Steve back in Monde.
Oh, okay.
And he was my head chef there. He's moved on and done a few other things, as have I. When I recently left Monde, I moved over to Omnia Bistro. Got a little bit of a standstill now, but that's fine. We're just doing some other things. We started doing takeaway, obviously, during the COVID. So that's working out well. It allows us to explore like little different menus and trying little things out.
You were in London. You told me you were in...
Smell that. It's white soy. Yeah, but you see, you can actually do that with white soy, man. You can drink it. You do that with normal soy sauce,
That's
we're going to be like getting a blanket. Like, you all right, mate?
It's a lighter version of soy as well, so it's not quite as heavy. A lot of umami though.
White soy sauce is basically 90% wheat. You get that sweetness, and you also get that light kind of alcohol flavor, like almost like sake. It's delicious, man. It goes. Tasty places.
Yeah, so Monde and then London. So like
yes.
Monde, London, and then Monde again?
Yeah, I've been back to Monde a few times in my career. So started off at Monde, did about 3.5 years there. Did all of the brigade, which was great. Then went to London, found myself in a little 2 Michelin star called the Ledbury. Battled it out there for quite a while. That was great, man. Much different, hardcore in London.
London is you wake up, it's dark. You go home, it's dark. You never really see any light, daylight, right?
Look, London's great. Obviously, it's got a reputation for hard work, and that's kind of why you go over there, you know? Like, I was young, wanted to go over, get in the engine room, shovel some bloody coal, like, just grind it out, you know? And that's what you have to do if you want to try put yourself out there, make a name in the future.
What is that like?
Nah, man, that's fine.
Is it?
Yeah, just chop over it a few more times.
I like how nice you are.
Nah, well, look,
how nice you are, chef.
we've got no customers. Like, it's all going to look the same in your stomach when we're done, man.
Really
Don't be hard on yourself, mate.
We actually met through a mate, Tubbsy, at his barbecue. We do these barbecues. Now that we've kind of gone into COVID though, we don't have the luxury of barbecuing. We don't have a luxury of like being around all the mates. How are you staying in contact with like your colleagues and things?
Before work started up again, it was pretty chill. We're all a bit just shaken up from it, you know? Like one day you're doing 100 covers and then the next day it's, you know, you're home in bed and sleeping in, you know? It's been hardcore, but lots of video calls, chatting with mates, virtual pubs, which still end up with a hangover in the morning.
Yeah,
right. It's actually giving you more opportunity to keep in touch with some of your friends and friends that you haven't been speaking to recently. Like,
That's a good point.
A lot of people kind of freak out on this whole subject, and it's definitely something we freaked out about, but at the same time, like I always look at something like this, like what good can I take from it? Got more time to speak to my parents or my old friends or call up grandma, which probably be doing more, you know, but
yeah, man, grandma, you got
yeah, you got to look after grandma, man. All you can do really, you know. They just released the other day, you're allowed 5 people over.
No.
Yeah, all you need is a barbecue with 5 people.
Time to barbecue.
That's it.
Holla. I saw some really cool stuff that you were posting up You started doing different things with plants and vegetation and creating like almost like installations, if you will.
Basically, I just started up like a little foraging thing where I make wreaths and flower displays called Wiz and Floral. The idea is a lot of natives, things that have already fallen on the ground. Take all of that, build up little wreaths and make some flower displays, and they're awesome, man. Like, you can just hang them up on your wall. They age really well. They last for years.
Did you find that you needed to kind of express yourself in a different way because you weren't cooking all the time?
Well, you know, coming from New Zealand, man, like, you've got some beautiful nature out there. I just remember, like, when I was young, taking little missions out into the bush and getting lost and just finding cool stuff. I've always been quite in touch with nature. It's just nice to be able to take what you've got right in front of you, especially when I started foraging for like edible ingredients. Back when I did that in Budamon, like early in the morning, going out getting like saltbush and pig's face. You kind of realize how much is actually out there that's just available that you can take.
Free
you
food.
Know? Yeah, well, free food, that's it, man.
Free
you know,
food.
you got no money, it's fine. You can just survive on a saltbush salad. Everything that you basically find in the reef, you could turn into an oil, or you could use to smoke food with. You run out of firewood and you're having a barbecue, just grab one of the reefs, mate, chuck a bit of gelatin wax on there, you can smoke away.
I was blown away, man. Like, what people think about chefs typically is like they're working about 12 to 14 hours on their feet. Their entire capacity is just cooking. After I saw that, I was just like, wow, Chef Van John's pretty deep. Like, I want to get to know him a little bit more, you know? You're from New Zealand. A lot of people who are from Australia, they have the benefit of having help or assistance from the government.
One of the things is it's always easy to work here as a Kiwi. It's basically like a second home, right? And it's vice versa for Australians in New Zealand. But obviously when it first happened, so much things were going on that, is that more mezcal, man?
Yeah, I got some
Yeah,
mezcal.
go on. This is delicious, by the way. Basically, like, you didn't know what to do. Luckily, a lot of my flatmates are still working. One of them works at South Bakery, so she's been fortunate enough to be super busy, which is awesome. Some of the other ones are smaller restaurants, and they've been hit hard. But we're all bounding back. We're finding new ways to move around it. Like, I think that's what we do in the industry. You know, we don't let anything slow us down. The way I saw it was I wasn't going to freak out. A lot of people decided, like, do they go home or what do I do next? But I think the easiest way in a thing like that is just like jump in the eye of the storm and then ride it out. At the beginning, obviously we didn't get any help. Been fortunate enough to get JobKeeper.
Yep.
So JobKeeper pretty much just tops you up to
That's a great
a
program.
minimum wage, which is awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's nice. So it means like we can be at home, we can feel safe. It allows us to come back to work and start doing things again, which has been really cool.
Well, like, reduces your anxiety, reduces stress. It makes you see the light at the end of the tunnel as
For
well.
sure,
It's
man.
just like,
For sure.
I'm not gonna starve. I'm not gonna, you know, default on my loan or on my lease or anything like that. Like,
I had the ideas at the beginning, like, what if I have to go home?
Yeah,
You know, like
which is
obviously, like, because if I went home, I could get the benefit at home and then just be sitting at home getting paid and still pay rent. But obviously, this has come through. I think the light is already shining, man, and we're doing some fun things. It's allowing us to be creative in different ways. It shows the public that we're still there, we still care, because we do. Like, that's hospitality, right? We want to show people that no matter what's going on, that we're bringing food to the table.
All right, Chef, talk to us a little bit about what we're going to be building salad-wise.
All right, so super simple here. Again, we're just going easy. So we've got some bean sprouts.
Yep.
All right, a little bit of coriander. One of my favorite things. Like, if someone doesn't like coriander, it's fine. Like, you don't need to like them. It's okay.
Burn them at the stake.
Chuck them on the barbecue. So we'll take bean sprouts, just super rough chop the coriander. Don't treat it nice, it's fine.
Yep.
Shallot, your garlic in there. We'll mix it up with some of the things you have in front of you. Good thing about this, like with these types of ingredients, like there isn't a recipe. Just put a little bit of each thing in it, taste it. If it tastes too strong of one thing, put in like the other thing that you like the flavor of, and as long as it tastes good, you're good to go, man. I'll take these fish wings. As I was saying, like, super underrated, man. It gets thrown away. You can't overcook them, you know? It's like if you chuck them in a barbecue and you come back and you forget, the wings are still gonna be absolutely juicy and tender. And they're like probably about like 150 plus grams of meat,
Like,
you know?
throwing away money.
That's it. It's exactly what it is, man.
Talk a little bit about the suppliers as well.
When we first got like shut down, couldn't work anymore, I've actually called up some of the suppliers like Fresh Generation and Premier and stuff like that.
Shout out to Premier and Fresh Generation.
And just said, look, like, this is what's going on, and instead of going to like the supermarket or the markets where it gets a bit dull, like, can we just order some food from you guys straight to home? And they brought that straight to our front door, man, and great discount and gave us a couple extras. It's been really nice.
People forget about
it shows like if you look after your supplier and you've been mates with them for a few years, they look after you.
I think during this pandemic, people forget about that aspect. The suppliers, the farmers, everyone who's essentially like bringing you everything that you need to look after your proteins, all these different things. And a lot of them actually like pivoted to home delivery, just straight directly from business to customer, not business to business anymore. It's really important to recognize and to remind people that suppliers are suffering as well.
Of course.
Like big time.
Of course.
Where like a lot of them are going to be closing down or have closed down and may not open again. The sizzle.
That's it. That's what you want.
The sizzle.
If it ain't sizzling, you're not doing it right.
If you get a little bit too much smoke in the eye, You just have a little bit of mezcal as eye drops, you know? But you put it straight into your mouth.
Gochujang mezcal. There you go.
Oh. One of my mezcal dudes at Carwin Cellars. This is not a plug. This is just the homie. It's a plug. This one's actually quite different from the other stuff that I've had. Shout out to Onofre Ortiz. Shout out.
Nice.
To the homie. Can't wait to get the barbecues back on as well once they ease restrictions. Everyone in Victoria is like itching to get back to their family and friends and such. We should be obeying a lot of these laws right now so that we can get back to that normal life a lot sooner.
It's going to come, you know, as I said, in the meantime, you're just going to do things that feel good for you and treat yourself well, a little bit of giving back to the body. In your case, it's just a lot of mezcal, but that's
What's it like living with a bunch of chefs?
We're big on cooking, you know.
Never a dull moment for sure.
Nah, never a dull moment. You know, we call it Ross Street Elite Bistro. It's not any competition against Omnia. It's absolutely amazing. Like a lot of them have been close friends of mine for a long time, and we've got a good mix of people. Like we've got a classic Australian. Obviously, I'm from New Zealand. We've got Nico from Canada. And then Michael, obviously we've got a classic Scotsman. 4 chefs, the house is organised. It's like the cupboard and it's labelled from like vinegars and your sauces and stuff. It's always helpful. It's always a war of trying to find sesame seeds. They're probably gonna be cooking today and like, man, where the f are the sesame seeds? I'm just like, nice guy.
DJ took them.
That's everything that's left as well, man. I filled it up. It's fine, we can save the arguments for later. Like, I'll just bring him some mezcal or something. We're getting the smell from the wings now. You want like a little bit of a char on them as well. You know, it's fine. Sometimes I just go like on and off. Beautiful charcoal in here. It's lumpwood charcoal. Yep. A chap called Michael Blackheath from Blackheath Charcoal.
Victorian?
Yep. So it's a great product. It's all wood. A lot of people buy briquettes, which kind of look like straight like that. Those aren't good. They're cheap. You can get them around, but the thing with that is it's just compressed sawdust. It's not actually like good quality wood. Japan actually with hibachis, they'll use what's known as binchoten, which is like a Japanese white oak. They say like, it imparts the best flavor. It's a delicious smoke, but costs you your left arm and leg, man. The wings are gonna take anywhere between like 10 minutes on the grill. You just wanna keep them like turning up and down, up and down. They're not gonna go overcooked. Like a little bit of char on them, that's nice. It's kind of what you want. What's unreal with fish wings, man, is you can put any type of sauce in it.
Did you bring the glaze brush?
Pastry brush. I thought you had it, man.
Some wild
garlic. Oh, this stuff's tight. That's delicious. It grows everywhere, all around the Yarra. I remember foraging this stuff early in the morning for work, and you had to get so many. It was
That's incredible.
Yeah, I reckon we can baste with that, man. It's a good basting brush.
Let's use her.
Get it on there, baste them up. That's genius, man. You get a bit of the garlic flavor in it. I think you're onto something, eh? You can do all natural products like wild garlic brushes, just use once and get rid of it.
Bit of mezcal in there.
I mean, it's a heavy battle against a gochujang, but like, it's not bad.
That's actually quite nice.
All right.
Let's flip them.
That's it. One more little flip. I love a bit of a char. And you know, you don't use cutlery on something like this. You just get your hands in there, you get messy. It's gonna be good, man.
A little bit of messy. Let's get it messy.
No, we might not have customers, but we're on film, bro. Like, take them off to rest now. Oh yeah, it's already falling apart. It's gonna be good. Right.
Open up. How good is that?
Man, a wild garlic basting brush. That's something else, man.
I'll take it.
Careful. Whoa.
You do it like this.
Wrap it up in something. All right.
There you go, chef.
Oh, go on.
So good.
Man, it's good.
So good.
It's good. You notice we didn't have any salt. You don't use salt because you got things like the gochujang. Just got a little bit of saltiness. You got the soy sauces.
Let it rest for what, like 5 minutes?
Yeah, 5 minutes, and then we can just tap it back on the grill. We're feeling good. Just like a little bit springy. We'll just go back on one more time,
perfect.
and yeah,
That feels nice. Just
get the
heat
salad down on the plate. Away we go.
So chef, we're just gonna put these back on for another few minutes here. Because we've got this whole like kind of Korean / Japanese thing going on. What's your favorite Korean joint to eat at?
Man, like I've got a lot of places. You know, when I was in London, you'd finish work at like 2 a.m. when it gets really bad. Go out afterwards and like nothing's open. But in Melbourne, like, is that soju? Yeah, man, nice. There's a lot of places that are open late. We always had a great hangout spot called Dulce Rock. It's not traditional Korean barbecue, but just a great rounded like Korean restaurant. You can get everything like your pork hock, your spicy beef noodle salad.
Stop.
Yeah, man, it's good.
There's a whole etiquette with pouring soju.
What's that?
And receiving soju as well. It's about holding your cup up, me pouring your cup, not making eye contact. Status, it's a whole different. My jam is mezcal, but soju is something dear to me as well.
It's a different place of the heart or liver.
All the Korean homies back home in Cali, they're gonna hate me for this, but you know what? Let's have some. We've been kind of glazing over Omnia Bar a little bit, Omnia Bistro as well.
It's been really cool for me. It's a bistro. Cheers.
Cheers, bro. Hello.
That's grapey, man. It's good. It's sweet. Come on, man.
Come on, bring it over here.
Go on, another one? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
All right, go on.
Yeah, so talk to me about that.
It's been absolutely awesome. A lot of my background's been fine dining. Guys that I work for, that I work with, have also come from Vue de Monde. So it's a big fine dining background that we've got.
Not holding back,
That's so good. Now, well, it's not fine dining, you know, and what's really cool about that is we want to have a space in Omnia where we get to create something that you can come in, you can just have like a steak or a piece of fish, a glass of wine and shoot back out. You've got a quick business lunch to get to. It's also a place where you could like bring your whole family. We also want it to be a place where you can come for a nice date. You're trying to get me drunk?
Can I, well, I wasn't
Just-
trying to
that's fine.
overtly
Go
do
on.
it, but
So we've got different parts of a restaurant where like some are a little bit more open, some are a little bit more intimate,
is there a
right?
spot where I can sit at the bar? And
Yeah,
just,
man,
like,
of course. Yeah, dude.
let's say, for example, like my wife puts me in the doghouse, right, for whatever reason, and then I just want to go by myself and dine. Can I sit at the bar?
Easy,
and
man.
like,
Yeah, it's one of those places where you can come in, like it's friendly, it's open, it's a family style restaurant, and you can come by yourself as well. You can sit at the bar, you can have yarns. Everyone's super open. It's great cocktails,
Food
great
bar,
bar snacks.
drink bar, both.
Both. You can get food at the bar, you can get drinks at the bar.
Yep.
We've got like a little aisle pretty much. It's kind of similar to this. So like the kitchen kind of goes in like in a square almost, and there's like seats up across the kitchen as well. So you can even, if you come by yourself and you're really into food and into cooking, you can get close up and intimate with the chefs. They're right there. You can have yarns to them. They can even lean over and just put your food down. So it's quite cool, man.
So
you know?
that's the thing, is like there is that experience of being able to sit down and having the chef like actually bring the food to you, them talk a little bit about the food and like kind of add to that experience, because I love to dine in these kind of places where like I could just talk to the chef, hey, may I please have this, you know, and then they'll just get it for you straight away. If there's something like that, I know where to go.
Yeah,
I'm in the
dude.
doghouse.
Well, that's it. And
Well,
if,
I'm never
and if
in
you're
the
not, then
doghouse.
just bring everyone. Yeah, right.
I'm in the doghouse.
No, but
sometimes.
it's really nice. As I said, like being a group like this. Back in other places like Vue de Monde, you'd have regulars, but you'd have people
Right.
coming back like once a year for like a wedding anniversary or
Right.
like a special date night. Whereas here, like we get people coming back a few times a week.
See, I love
So
that.
like it's community, you know. You got your regulars, you learn their names, they come back, they feel welcome. Is that more coriander? Nice, man. I see what you're doing there. That's
I'm
good.
Mexican, man. We
No,
love
that's
coriander.
fine. Just Matt, finish it all. The idea behind it is it's simple food, but modern presentation, refined flavors, and just delivered in a beautiful way. You know, it's in Capital Grand, which is a really big building. So there's a few things that are going to be going on.
So this is definitely a casual setting that we have here with this particular series. Do you think that you can invite Mind Society back?
Oh man, we'd love to. Yeah, dude.
Yeah?
Of course. You come in, you
Mind
know,
Society,
bring
we're
everyone
coming
in.
back. He said it's on wax now. It's on wax, so like.
Yeah, Stevie, the boys
Yeah.
are coming, yeah?
All right, hey Stevie, remember us. I want to see you in the professional
The work
setting
mode.
where you're like all about business and you're
That's
a
it.
lot more like focused and kind of honed in.
Yeah.
So,
no mezcal. No soju
Chef,
shots.
before we start plating and stuff, is there anything that you have like advice for all the other chefs having a bit of trouble coping through the whole thing, maybe that are out of work or that maybe want to get back into the industry?
Everyone's got different mindsets about things like this. When something's forced down upon you and it takes away your livelihood, it takes away your job, your future, we automatically put ourselves in a shell where we think about all the bad things. There's
right.
always something that you can take from any situation
That's a
that's
great
good,
point.
no matter what happens, because end of the day, man, like all bad times, all sorrow come from broken expectations. And if we put too much expectation on something like this, we were like, well, it's going to be fine in 2 months' time. Restaurants open up, we'll be busy again. You're banking on things too much. And the way I see it, it's just like, let's just ride it out. Let's band up. Let's do what we can. Give back to the community. Cook small meals. Talk to our friends and family. Keep healthy. Treat yourself well. Time will come when, you know, we're going to get back out there.
I'll drink to that,
Hey,
Chef, because
chill out. Enjoy yourself. Let's get a plate.
let's get the sesame seed grinder out. That's what I've been waiting for.
Nothing fancy here, man. We're just going for straight flavor.
Flavor Town. You
That's
were
it.
gonna take me there. You said it.
We're already there, man.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a one-way ticket. The bean sprouts are wilted down now. You know, you want them to be a little bit soft, they're super juicy. The fish wings, man, like all the fat, everything like that, just drips straight into it.
Such a nice salad as well. Like, how much did we spend today for our shop?
Honestly, a bag of bean sprouts costs you about $3. This right here, $6. Chances are you've already got like sesame oil and vinegar, or like, you know, if you don't have rice vinegar, you can just use a splash of normal vinegar.
All condiments aside, how much
Exactly.
was this dish today? So fish wings, coriander, the shallots. How much was it like total for 4 people?
Say about $25, man.
That is
Yeah.
nothing.
The best part about the fish wings, as I said, if you go to your butcher, like your, you know, fish shop and be like, hey, look, do you have any fish wings out the back? They're just gonna be like, yeah, right. And
They'll bring out like a big bag and they'll be like,
yeah. Well,
Take 'em.
that's the thing, right? It's just not used. It's fantastic. You're about to find out. Doesn't have to look fancy. Just want the wings to go around here.
people have no idea though. I've had this dish before. It was like, was the chef taking the piss or what? And then I had these and it was just ridiculous.
They're on to you.
Just
keep going, man.
Just say when, chef.
Just say when? Yeah, no worries.
I love sesame seeds, it's like my jam.
Okay, good, huh?
5 hours later. Say when. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Say what? Nah, all right, stop. Fish wings, gochujang, Flavor Town.
Take
get
me
amongst
there.
it, man.
We're there. Chef, please.
I will, man. Oh, God.
So tender.
How juicy it is, man. That's what I mean. It's been going for ages and it's still just dripping wet.
That's incredible.
And you want to get messy, man.
Look at that though.
I know it's time with hygiene, but lick your fingers. It goes. It goes. You know, I like getting messy with this, and like even if you're on camera, one of those guys, I never judge you how you eat. If you're gonna hold food in your hands and make some weird moaning noises, like you do you, man. I'm just gonna give you a pat on the back.
A little bit of bean sprouts. I'm down.
I can't tell if people watching us eat right now are gonna be turned on or disgusted. I'm
Right.
turned on, so it's fine.
Chef, let's wrap this up. Fish wings, a little bit of sprouts, and also some coriander. Have some fun, enjoy yourself. We're all in it together, man. Mind Society 2020, 2021. We're coming for you. Let's eat.